Hey guys, Keith from Keaton's Corner here. Today I want to do another fly tying video, so let's jump right into it. Okay, so today we will be tying the black jack steel. I found this off of a channel called Gilbert Rowley, so shout out to him. Great fly tying guy. Alright, so the materials you're going to need are a size 8 scud pupa hook, or a size 6. I'm going to use a size 6. A gold bead, attach that to your hook. Some fly line backing. I'm using green, orange, or any hot fluorescent color would work. Goose biots. And Flashaboo. If you hear voices in the background, I'm in my garage, so you might hear some stuff. Alright, so to get started, take your hook, put it in the vise. I've already crimped the barb on it, so that's all done. Oh, and you're going to need copper or lead wire. I recommend copper. I recommend lead, but I'm just going to use copper because that's what I have. So you're going to cut off maybe a 6-inch length. Set that aside. So once it's into the hook, take your copper, kind of straighten it out, and go back and do 3 to 4 wraps right in front of that bead. And then maybe do 1 or 2 on top of all the other wraps, just to give it some fat and make it a little bit larger. Alright, now you're going to cut off those 2 tag ends, similar with the lead on the woolly bugger. Just pinch them down if they need to be pinched down. Alright, now that you're here, you're going to get your thread. I recommend like a black, like a thick black, or dark color. I'm just going to use brown because that's what I have today. That black doesn't work. It's the spool got messed up. So you're going to start right behind that copper wire, and you can kind of tie it in just a little bit, just to kind of hold it there. And then you're going to go back across the hook, down the hook, back to the back of the hook. I'm just going to experiment with this light real fast. That's probably better. Back to the back of the hook. Then you're going to get some biots. Now you're going to select 2 from that bottom part. Try and get them kind of equal size. You need 2 just from the bottom. They'll kind of all spew out if you hold them together, or hold them a certain way. And you want to like fold these over or do something to make them spew out apart from each other. It might not be perfect. Mine might not be perfect, but this is a demonstration video, so I don't really care on that. And then you're just going to tie them in, make sure they stay on top of that hook. And it may take a couple tries. It's hard to get them to spew out from each other and stay there. The best way to do it is take them and then face them opposite each other so they can't lay down on top of each other, like they do when they're on the when they're on the skin. Okay, I think I've got mine. So once you get it, you're just gonna want to pitch it tight, tie it in. Mine aren't really spewed out that well, but you can even take one of them and just kind of pull it back a little bit to help. See, they're right there. You can find one of them with like your nail. Pull it out to the side a little bit. And then you're going to wrap all the way up on that extra tag end up to where the copper is, and just cover that copper. Give the body a slight taper. And once you get here, you're going to get some backing. It's about a 6 to 8 inch piece. Just cut it off of the spool. Like I said, you can use pink, red, orange. I just chose to use a fluorescent green today, like a neon green. And you're just going to tie that in right there. And you're going to tie it on that. You don't even have to make them all close together. Back to where the biots leave the hook. Okay? Now you can kind of look at it around a little bit. Make sure there's no green showing on top of the hook. So we have to go back over it 1 or 2 times. Okay, now that we're there, wrap your thread up to the very front. Now you can do a half hitch if you know a half hitch, or anything that'll just hold your thread in place right where it is. I'm going to do a whip finish knot, because that's pretty much the only knot I know. I gotta learn half hitch so I can start doing those. So once you get a knot in, get it so where your thread just holds in place. Now I'm gonna use rotary. You don't need to. You're just gonna wrap it and make an even, spaced out apart from each other rib. So with the rotary, it goes a lot faster, but with the woolly bugger, same with the woolly bugger, you really just don't need it, it just helps. So make a nice even rib up to about where your thread is. Then you're gonna put whatever was holding your thread back, and you're just gonna tie these things in. Sorry about that. Tie them in. Tie that end in. Now what you're gonna do, cut off that tag end and get something like fly protector. I'm gonna use just head cement, regular head cement. Maybe like some Loon hard glue or whatever, I'm not really sure what. And just coat it over that, what's it called? Over that rib. Put it nice and tight. So it's all shiny and nice. Then this will take a few minutes to dry, just let it dry. So yeah, see you in a sec. Alright guys, so once it's dried, it shouldn't look so shiny and glossy, but more just like, you know, like not shiny and glossy. You can feel it's just a teeny bit tacky. Not even like tacky that much. So you're gonna wrap your thread just a little bit more, maybe cover up one of those rib loops, and then you're gonna get buy-offs one more time. Now for this part, I do recommend white buy-offs. I don't have white buy-offs, so I'm just gonna use the black again. It works perfectly fine, all the same. Again, try and get them spewed out, and again, I'm gonna try my best, but it just might not work. And then tie them in right there. And then this time you can kind of cover it up just a little bit if you want. You really don't have to. And then if there is a tag end, just cut it off. Now, this is when you're gonna get your Flashabou. I'm using like a pinkish color. You can also use turkey hurl or ice dubbing, like angel hair or ice dubbing. I do recommend the angel hair or ice dubbing, but I'm out of that. So I'm just gonna use this Flashabou, it'll work good. So get your thread right behind that bead, or maybe even in front of it just for a sec, and cut off 2 long strips of this Flashabou stuff. 2 to 3, I'm just gonna use 3, just because that's what I have. And then you're gonna take one of the ends, it's kind of hard to see, and you're gonna tie it in. And then maybe wrap it back just a little bit, and then wrap it right back in front of that bead. And then this is gonna be like the front shiny head, and you're just gonna start wrapping them. And just keep wrapping them up until you get to the front. Maybe you'll have time to do a couple in the back again. Wrap, 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 up to get right where your thread is, and then tie those in. So we'll make like that pinkish, let me turn off this light. We'll make like that pinkish right there. Then you're gonna get just cut off all that tag. Don't cut your thread, I've done that before. Oh, see, I just cut my thread. Be careful of that thread. If that does happen, just restart it right there. It's fine. Not a big deal. Oh, shoot. It really doesn't matter. Now your fly is practically done. Just give it 1, 2, maybe 3 whip finishes. And then head cement it. And that is how you tie a blackjack steel. I'm just going to do 1 whip finish today. Head cement. Done. Put it in the fly box. That's about it. And like I said, ice dub for that little head. I use Flashabou. Turkey hurl works as long as you get the bright side on it. But yeah. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.